actually required to move in. So then I think we can start in 10 seconds. Got it. I think we can start. Assalamu alaikum everyone. मेरा नाम सलमान है. I represent a company called Kamai और हम लोग end-to-end headhunting, recruitment और hiring के अलावा we run this online webinar series called Career Conversations. Career Conversations was started essentially as a way for us to speak to, get insights from, and sort of create outreach. And कुछ लोगों से बात करने से हमारी जो audience है, they sort of become aware of latest trends, how things are done in the workplace, and we covered a wide range of sort of topics. So Aj, currently one of our guests is still joining, but we have one with us already. We have two fantastic sort of culture builders, leaders of the industry with us today. Mariam is already here with us. Mariam का मैं बहुत छोटा सा introduction करवाऊंगा because I don't want to ruin her profile for everyone. So Mariam is one of the foremost sort of HR leaders in the country at this moment in time, specifically for startups. Previously, she's been with Kareem. वहाँ पे टीम बिल्ड करके वहाँ पे कल्चर बिल्ड करके फिर पोस्ट पैंडेमिक शी इज नाउ जॉइंड सादापे. They're doing a fantastic job, as most of you probably already know. And yeah, I'll sort of leave it over to Mariam. So अस्सलाम वालेकुम Mariam, क्या हाल है आपके?
Walaikum assalam, Salman, and thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be in a company of such amazing people. And आपने छोटा सा introduction करा दिया है, मैं भी छोटा सा introduction ही कराऊंगी अपना. So assalamu alaikum to other people. My name is Mariam Zahid. I am an HR professional, and I have worked in a few startups and in different industries, and right now working as a head of people and culture at Saadape. My experience in HR has been amazing. I think HR is one of the most essential departments of any company. It's a central point that connects everyone with each other. So, and the policies, the structures, procedures we create have a lot of impact on people and on the company as well. So our work is very sensitive and important. Besides, I think there's a lot to explore and achieve in the field of HR, and which I am also in my way to do. So, yeah. And I'm really glad to be here today because I think I'm gonna learn a lot from Vajiha, the other guest, and Salman, of course.
I think Vajiha ka bhi intro, let's save it for as soon as she's joining. I think she's just running a bit late because of connectivity issues. She said she's joining soon. So Mariam, I just, before we sort of get started on the topic, can I just, if it's okay if I just ask a few questions about your time at Kareem and Saadape. Saadape का अगर थोड़ा सा introduction दे दो हमारे listeners को कि generally what is the company doing, and how do you see it as important in the wider ecosystem Pakistan में digital banking वगैरह का?
I think right now Saadape is one of the hottest startups in Pakistan. So most of people know our function. But Saadape, for those who don't know, Saadape is a fintech, and we are here to solve the digital banking issues that we have. I think Pakistan में banks का बहुत बुरा हाल है. We all know that when we go to the bank and हमें कोई बैंक अपना बैंक अकाउंट ओपन कराना हो या कोई छोटी सी कोई प्रॉब्लम हो जिसके लिए हमें कॉल करनी हो, and then we have to wait a lot, we have to wait in queues, and then कॉल भी करो तो आपको back to back आपको वेट कराते हैं, घंटों के बाद आपकी क्वेरी आगे फॉरवर्ड की जाती है. So there's a lot of problems that Saadape is there and try to solve. And I think there's a lot of fintechs other in the market, they are doing the same thing. So but we are trying to do and make people's life as much as easy as we can. In my experience in Saadape, like if I talk about the HR thing, and as our topic is concerned, transforming the work culture, I was the fifth person in Saadape, and the first person as like the fifth employee is overall, and the first person in HR. So I did everything from scratch, and Saadape is like a baby to me. I have seen a lot and like witnessed a lot what's happening. One thing I really love about the leadership of Saadape, Brandon, on the very first day, they made it very clear to me that we want the best HR culture in Pakistan. They didn't say कि हमें इतने लोग hire करने हैं, हमें ये targets meet करने हैं. They were very clear about this कि हमें best culture build करना है Pakistan. And उस चीज से I was very clear कि what I want to do and what I have to do to achieve that. And ये चीज मैं अपनी इस एक्सपीरियंस से रेकमेंड भी करूंगी लोगों को, एंड मैं यहाँ बताऊंगी भी कि व्हाट आई डिड टू क्रिएट अ सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ कल्चर इन सादा पे। आई थिंक जो शुरू के कुछ हायर्स होते हैं ना, दे आर योर ब्रांड एम्बेसडर, दे विल keep the culture, they will become managers, they will become leaders in the future, and whoever join in after that, they will look into that and learn from that. So उन पे इन्वेस्ट करना, उनको अच्छे से ट्रेन करना, उनको उनको they should know culture by heart and soul, ये बहुत important है. So and to make sure that you're hiring the right people in the book, that is the key. So हमने उस चीज पे बहुत ज्यादा फोकस किया, हमने अपने systems को ऐसा बनाया, अपने hiring processes को ऐसा बनाया that to make sure that whoever we are bringing in the company, that is fully aligned with our culture. If somebody doesn't know the hard skills, doesn't matter, but वो culture पे कहीं compromise नहीं सकता. And alhamdulillah we got the best people in the team, and वो उसी चीज की वजह से हमारा अभी तक का culture जो है that is remaining intact, and वो हम उसमें और progress करते जा रहे हैं. And अस्सलाम वालेकुम वजीहा.
थैंक यू फॉर दैट आंसर. अस्सलाम वालेकुम वजीहा, क्या हाल है आपके? आपको हमारी आवाज आ रही है वजीहा?
Wajih is mute actually.
Apologize. My boss just called a last minute meeting, so it ran over. So I know I am like 5 minutes late. So
maybe we can have another webinar on this exact problem जो कि लोगों को I'm sure बहुत होता है कि last minute meeting call कर दी जाती है. क्या हाल है आपके? खैरियत से हैं वजीहा?
जी अल्लाह का शुक्र, ठीक ठाक.
Excellent. So वजीहा, I'll sort of just catch you up to where we are. हमने सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक टॉपिक की हल्की सी इंट्रोडक्शन टच की थी. But before that, I want to sort of get your introduction out of the way also. So Wajiha is, again, as I mentioned, one of the people who is leading the industry in the form of transformation, work culture. Wajiha spent time with organizations like Zameen में काम किया, Samson's में काम किया, British Council में काम किया. So Wajiha, before I butcher your introduction, I would like कि अगर आप थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में बता दें, अपने experience के बारे में, HR के बारे में, generally what are you sort of doing these days?
Okay, thank you for inviting me. Assalamualaikum everyone. I'll try to make it as small and targeted as possible. My name is Wajiha Khan. In terms of my HR experience, I have over 10 years of experience in HR. In terms of industry, I have worked in different platforms. My first being a global organization, which was a charity organization, British Council. That being said, the second was Zameen, which is a very startup culture. And third, now here at FMCG, which is Samson's Group. At the start of my career, I did work for PTC, but it was a smaller stint of time. In terms of my work experience, I have worked in all areas of HR. So whether business partnering, compensation and benefit, OD, recruitment, talent management, everything, I have done that. In terms of this topic particularly, I will say that I was lucky enough to be part of the Zameen team when we were working around policy, procedure, and culture. Yes, it is not an old organization. However, as opposed to how things are today, where culture, your mission, vision, what is expected behavior is communicated to people, because that is the norm, and people do ask those questions. If you go back a decade, those organizations, they don't have conversations like that. These are the things which are there. These things are always there in every organization, but they are not there formally. We always know the kind of people that will work for our organization. However, that is neither documented nor communicated properly. So there may be gaps in terms of understanding. So when I joined Zameen, I joined there as senior manager, OD and operations. So as an operation person, I worked on the policies for the Zameen group in Pakistan, which includes OLX, Zameen Media, Zameen Development, and IMZI, which is a tech company owned by the group. The parent group being EMPG Labs, which is based out of Dubai. And the second part was around OD initiative in terms of culture, value statements, translating them in terms of how we attract talent, how we retain talent, how we gauge people in terms of performance management. So I think that will be the relevant work experience. And also during the COVID, the pandemic, I think we were one of those companies who came around with SOPs, a change in policies, change in systems in probably within a week, given that we had over around 3,300 employees in 28 cities. So I think that was a very challenging yet learning experience for me.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. I have to give a shout out to Sidra from our team, who's managed to bring in guests who have actually worked so deeply on culture, जिन्होंने initiatives सिर्फ नाम के नहीं लिए हुए, but actually large organizations के लिए और trailblazer किस्म के organizations के लिए काम किया है. So I think the topic we've sort of discussed is going to be about transforming workplace culture. ये एक बहुत ही इतनी ओपन एंडेड टर्म है कि आप अगर एचआर के अंदर 5 लोगों से पूछेंगे तो सबका डिफरेंट जवाब आएगा. So to sort of keep the conversation flowing, Wajiha, I'm going to throw the first question to you. Culture होता क्या है? एक organization में how do you define culture and who defines it? If you could sort of answer that question over the next 2-3 minutes.
Okay, so in my definition of culture, based on my experience with culture, not a textbook example, is culture is how people behave in an organization and what you perceive as culturally acceptable behavior in an organization. Culture, in my opinion, is always there. So for instance, I will just make it very brief. When you say a state organization, already you perceive a culture where, there's no delegation, their decision making is at the top. There can be ad hoc decision making. However, the turnaround time might be very fast, or there might be a lot of delays in terms of no SOPs or SLAs, and it is expected that you have to run around, right? However, if you go to an MNC without even naming an MNC, there will be proper SLAs, proper tags, people are supposed to work, people know what they're supposed to do. So culture is always there. When whoever is at the top is the person who basically defines the culture, because they know what kind of a company they want to have. There are people who are like, for instance, if I give example of Zameen, before we joined, we didn't have any definition in terms of a cultural fit of the organization. However, when I conducted the activity, I didn't ask those questions, which are textbook questions. My question was from my top team, अगर आपने बंदा प्रमोट करना है, किस तरह का बंदा प्रमोट करना है? अगर आपने बंदा लाना है, आपके लिए कौन सा बंदा लाना है? हिस्टोरिकली कौन सा बंदा सक्सेसफुल है और हिस्टोरिकली कौन सा बंदा है जो आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में नहीं चलता? So the questions has to be tailored in terms of the language of the audience. And we came to the same decision, which I observed in my first 6 months. We want people who are innovative, who can think outside the box in terms of solution, because हमें काम करना है जैसे मर्जी करना है. That probably is one of the reasons Zameen has been so successful. We want people who can work in a very fast-paced organization. So people, for instance, from a very typical MNC who has worked in an MNC for, let's say, 20 years, जो कहते हैं पहले point A होगा, फिर point B होगा, फिर point C होगा. Those are the people who cannot survive in Zameen, because culturally we are the kind of people who will take responsibility and ownership of whatever is being given. So when we worked on our definition of what we define as a culture, so culture, the value itself is basically, it is a noun, it is a perception of an idea. Now, when you transmit that into how it is going to be exhibited, that will become a verb. So it is basically how you are acting it out. So somebody who is supposed to think outside the box is somebody who is innovative, right? Somebody who gets stuff done is somebody who takes accountability, right? So that is how you link. So when you are basically interviewing people, you are gauging people, when you are doing your employer branding, this is the cultural fit you are looking for. It is a slow process when you try to put in those barriers in terms of the checklist. However, organically, when a company starts up, the kind of people that you vibe with, that you like, are the people who have the main mindset. And as a startup, the CEO will be very involved in terms of recruitment, even at a receptionist level. So from the very get-go, you are kind of bringing on board like-minded people. The confusion starts when you start growing and you let go of the control. Then you need HR to step in, define those procedures, processes in terms of attraction of your potential employees and retention of your potential employees. What is being rewarded and what is being penalized? So what are the sanctions, positive or negative? So I think this basically is what is culture, how it is developed, and how it is sustained.
Excellent. I think इसमें से दो चीजें मुझे बहुत relevant लगी हैं. एक आपकी बात से मुझे जो I mean, if I really try and simplify it, an organization starting up is kind of like having a child, and the culture is the values that you have to continue to teach that child through sort of your behaviors. कि अगर उस बच्चे ने कोई गलत चीज़ की जो आप नहीं चाहते तो फिर उसको किसी तरह से पेनलाइज करना, डिसइंसेंटिवाइज करना, और अगर अच्छी चीज़ करें तो उसको रिवॉर्ड करना. और आई थिंक इसीलिए हम अब when you look at sort of newer companies and companies like startups, you'll notice the title of head of HR less, and you'll notice the title of head of people and culture more. बिकॉज आई थिंक थोड़ा सा वो फोकस अब ये हो रहा है कि कल्चर जब बिल्ड होता रहेगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली सारा कुछ चलता रहेगा. ओके, सो दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. थैंक यू वजीहा. अच्छा, मरियम, अब मुझे ये बताएं, हैविंग सीन cultures being built from the ground up and having been responsible for it also, why is it important, and how important really is it to the company's operations? Getting culture wrong or not even having a culture, how bad can that be? Or having a very solid culture base, how positive can that be?
Okay, so I think I'll try to make it as simple as sada as I can. Culture is not important, it's mandatory now. क्योंकि आप अच्छा टैलेंट तो लेके आ सकते हो कंपनी में, बट यू कैन नॉट रिटेन देम विद गुड सैलरीज एंड गुड टाइटल्स. यू हैव टू गिव देम अ गुड एनवायरनमेंट टू कीप देम इन द कंपनी. कल्चर के लिए सिर्फ एक छोटी सी डेफिनेशन आई यूज, दैट इज व्हेन you woke up in the morning, you feel like going to the work, you want to go to the work. अगर आपको वो चीज बर्डन लग रही है, अगर आपको काम पे जाना बर्डन लग रहा है, दैट मीन्स आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन उस टाइप का कल्चर देने में फेल हो गई है आपको, जैसे कि हमें एम्प्लॉयज को देना चाहिए. सो as you said कि कल्चर इतने क्लोजली मैंने बिल्ड होते देखा है, बिल्कुल स्ट्रेस से देखा है. सो व्हाई इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, आई थिंक वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट वी जस्ट सेड कि अब कंपनीज का रुझान उस तरफ आ रहा है, दे आर चेंजिंग द पीपल्स टाइटल. इट्स नॉट जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, इट्स पीपल एंड कल्चर. इनफैक्ट ह्यूमन रिसोर्स को हटाकर भी लोगों ने पीपल का टाइटल लग दिया उसको. दे आर मोर पीपल फोकस्ड, दे आर सेइंग एम्प्लॉय फर्स्ट, पीपल फर्स्ट, बिकॉज नाउ दे नो कि अब के टाइम में हम एम्प्लॉइज को, अच्छे टैलेंट को रिटेन नहीं कर सकते जब तक हम उन्हें एक अच्छी एनवायरनमेंट नहीं देंगे. एंड दैट इम्पोर्टेंट, मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट इज फॉर मिलेनियल्स एंड जेन्स, because they are very vibrant, they are very quick, they tend to make decisions very quickly, they want a challenging environment, they are not going to stay. अगर आप उनको लाख डेढ़ लाख या अच्छा टाइटल देके रखेंगे, if the work is not challenging enough, they will leave the work. And now there's a lot of competition in the market, like business जिस तरह माशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान में grow कर रहा है, I think we see there are a lot of startups coming in, fundings are coming in Pakistan. So इस challenge के अंदर आपको कोई ऐसा benefit देना है जिस which other companies are not doing. अगर आप उन्हें salaries दे रहे हैं, they will get their salary from some other company as well. But what the other things you're offering? And if you're offering a good culture in the company, so definitely the colleagues will stay. अब इसमें हम छोटी सी चीजें निकाल लेते हैं कि that is like break this question into two parts कि what could be the negative and what could be the positive aspects of culture. Culture जो होता है ना, in another one line कि whatever you're practicing on daily basis, that is your culture eventually. अब अगर आपने लेट सेटिंग का एक चीज बना ली है कंपनी में, दैट एवरी लाइक हम लेट सेट, हम जो 7 बजे के बाद काम करते हैं, दैट विल बिकम इवेंचुअली योर कल्चर. कि कंपनी में ये कल्चर है कि हर कोई देर तक काम करता है. अगर कंपनी में ये बॉस कल्चर है, लाइक देयर आर लॉट ऑफ कंपनीज, अगर हम ट्रेडिशनल कंपनीज की बात करें, वेयर स्टिल द reportees call their managers a boss or so, I don't think this is a good culture, because that way you will never be close with the person. हम जब अपने रिपोर्टी को मैंने एक हाइपोथेटिकल सीन के मैं आपको रिपोर्ट करती हूँ, मैं अगर आपको सर से या फिर बॉस से बात करूंगी, आई वुड नेवर बी ओपन टू गिव यू फीडबैक इफ यू आर डूइंग एनीथिंग रॉन्ग. मैनेजर भी कभी गलती कर सकता है. सो आई थिंक ये ऐसा कल्चर, ये चीज भी एक नई नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स में कल्चर की, ये चीज ये कल्चर का पार्ट होती है, ये चली आ रही होती है, जो नए लोग आते हैं उनको भी करना पड़ता है, एंड दैट इज अ नेगेटिव पार्ट. Another thing कि लोगों को autonomy या ownership नहीं होती decision making में. There's a few part and the people in the leadership that are making all the decisions, and they don't ask people for the feedback and for they can suggest anything or their opinions. And वो जो एक चीज होती है ना कि people might think कि हम कुछ भी करें कंपनी में कोई फायदा नहीं है, they won't even look out for the company. They will always say तो फायदा थोड़ी है, ये जाके हम मैनेजमेंट को बोलेंगे कि they will make own decisions, हम तो बस यहाँ काम करने के लिए. So I feel ये सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं कि जो अगर रेगुलर बेसिस पे कंपनी में होना शुरू हो जाए तो these are become a negative aspect, and of course this has become a part of culture. अब इसमें पॉजिटिव चीजों पर आ जाते हैं. पॉजिटिव चीजों में अगर हम कल्चर की बात करें, so I think as I initially said कि make sure to hire the best people in the company. अगर आप initially अपने कल्चर में ऐसी चीजें आएंगे कि you are focusing on your values सिर्फ डॉक्यूमेंट पे पुट करने के लिए ना हो, अभी भी हमारे पास कंपनीज हैं जहाँ पे वी मेक मिशन, वी हैव वैल्यूज, बट people don't even remember value. अगर आप किसी से पूछें कि आपकी values कौन सी है, they can't recall it. They're like yeah, I don't know. Values ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि every employee of the company they should remember it by heart and soul. अगर आप उसकी ये उसको आप किस तरह कर सकते हैं, HR people can or the leadership. HR, just to clear, HR cannot do everything alone. ये जो सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कल्चर को चेंज करने की, सारी लोगों की जिंदगी आसान करने की एचआर के कंधों पर है, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. लीडरशिप एंड द मैनेजर्स हैव टू पार्टिसिपेट, हैव टू हेल्प एचआर इन एवरीथिंग, दैट इन दैट वे एचआर कैन अचीव इट. सो लेट्स से कि सबको मिलके ये काम करना है कि एक तो वैल्यूज पे बड़ा फोकस होना चाहिए. द वैल्यूज यू मेड, you need to make sure the interview process, the other process in the company, especially the hiring process you are designing, that should be aligned with the values. उसमें आप अपने कुछ भी ऐसे वैल्यूज की क्वेश्चंस डाल सकते हैं. Maybe जैसे I can share the example. I can share my own example. I'm the practice I'm doing in Sadapay. So we have this culture interview, and all the questions in the culture interview that is aligned with the values. And if a person doesn't pass the culture interview, we won't hire him. No matter how the technical skills are good are, उसकी अपनी skill set कितना align हो रहा है job के साथ, but if the person is not culturally aligned, we won't hire them. Because we think कि ये जो आपकी टेक्निकल स्किल्स होती हैं, हार्ड स्किल होती है, दैट कैन बी टॉट, बट सॉफ्ट स्किल्स आप नहीं सिखा सकते. चेंज मैनेजमेंट इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट थिंग इन द वर्क. एंड आप किसी एक बंदे को ला के देन यू विल वेट फॉर लाइक 6 to 7 मंथ कि हम उन्हें अपनी तरह अलाइन कर लेंगे. इट कांट हैपन इन अ स्टार्टअप. स्टार्टअप इज अ वेरी फास्ट पेस प्लेस. आप उसमें ये सब नहीं कर सकते. यू वांट पीपल टू जॉइन एंड वर्क, एंड बस हम एक जल्दी टारगेट्स अचीव करने होते हैं. सो आई थिंक एक गुड एक्सपेक्ट है आप कल्चर में ला सकते हैं. दूसरा ये कि अगर कल्चर में ऑटोनॉमी होगी, ओनरशिप होगी, सो दिस वे जो हमारा मकसद है कल्चर बनाने का, टू रिटेन गुड टैलेंट फॉर द टैलेंट मैनेजमेंट, आई थिंक ये एक ऐसी चीज है दैट ऑल ऑफ अस दे वी आर लुकिंग फॉर. ओनरशिप जब दी जाती है, ऑटोनॉमी दी जाती है, आपको फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी होती है, आप the management is so involved, they ask you for suggestions, they keep you in every conversation. This gives a lot of self रियलाइजेशन, और आप एक ऐसी फीलिंग होती है एम्प्लॉय को कि वी मेंट समथिंग टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. वी आर इवन वी आर डूइंग अ लिटिल थिंग फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, बट वो बहुत कंट्रीब्यूशन है, अपनी कंट्रीब्यूशंस को वो खुद एक्नॉलेज करते हैं. सो आई थिंक दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. द लास्ट थिंग आई वुड से कि पूरी मैनेजमेंट को बहुत अप्रोचेबल होना चाहिए. दे आर स्टिल हैव ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जहाँ पे सीईओ या
ये पाकिस्तान में आई थिंक लोग बहुत स्ट्रगल करते हैं इस चीज से.
जी बिल्कुल, एंड दिस इज अ प्रॉब्लम बिकॉज व्हेन दे सी कि दूसरी कंपनीज में द सीईओज एंड द अदर द लीडरशिप इज सो अप्रोचेबल, इवन द एचआर टीम इज सो अप्रोचेबल, द हेड ऑफ एचआर इज सो अप्रोचेबल, they feel good about it because they can directly message them and they can directly talk to them. Even in my company, if you message our CEO, he will schedule a call with you. You don't have to do it. So I think इस तरह का अगर आप एक कल्चर लेकर आएंगे, like people should be more approachable, more connected with each other, तो वो सारी good aspects आ जाते हैं. अब ये it's up to you if you're practicing a good thing, if you're practicing a negative aspect, these all things will make a culture.
ठीक है, excellent, thank you. I think that was very well laid out in terms of के वही बात कि डिसइंसेंटिवाइज और इंसेंटिवाइज करना बिहेवियर्स को. आपने अच्छे बिहेवियर्स को इंसेंटिवाइज करना है तो जो आपके बिहेवियर, जो आपका कल्चर है वो अच्छा बिल्ड होगा, एंड सेम ऑन द नेगेटिव साइड. वजीहा, मुझे ये बताएं, you've been in HR for the last sort of 8 to 10 years. आपको तो एक्सपीरियंस अब हो गया in different organizations and in different sort of, I guess, cultures also. How has culture and its implication changed in the last 10 years? I'm talking specifically of 3 areas. एक जो mindset का change आया है, what I mean by that is कुछ ना कुछ for lack of a better word state की organizations थी, अब वो second generation आ गई है तो culture में थोड़ी सी improvement आ गई है. Second चीज technology. How has technology changed culture and उसकी requirements? And the third thing, and probably the most impactful out of all of them, has been COVID. So इन 3 चीजों की वजह से क्या impact पड़ा है पिछले 10 साल में culture के ऊपर, and how has it changed from sort of 1990 2000s to now?
Okay, I think I'll break it down in bucket wise to make it more relevant. In terms of mindset, so as an HR person, I believe HR needs to understand at the end of the day, you are there, yes, as an HR person, whatever the textbook says, but in the end, you are there to make profit for the business. That's the bottom line. So if you can make relationship, even in terms of culture, when you have interaction with the senior leadership, that is where you have a value proposition as along to a very good textbook conversation, right? So let's start with the mindset. When we talk about the mindset that has changed over time, there are two parts of it, which has something to do with your external environment, how the external environment has forced people to change the mindset, right? First part of that will be, pehle aapki do tarah ki industries hoti thi. You will have your local industries, local set state organization, and then you will have certain MNCs. In the last 10 years, if you see, a lot of Pakistani companies now have a lot of funding coming in. So now you have a new industry blooming with a lot of money and muscle, and that will be your startups. So in terms of attracting talent, now talent attraction is an issue. Now, the second part of it, when I talk about the business side of it and importance of culture and why the mindset has been forced to change, जब आप अपनी evaluation में जाते हैं, do your people know what you stand for? Do your people know what your value proposition is? Do your people are culturally aligned? These are the points on which your company is actually given evaluation, and technically you get money. So it is not that the newer mindset or the second generation wants to change, they have to change. They have to do this from the get-go. So they can't wait 10 years to formalize it. So that is one aspect of why there is a change in our mindset.
आपकी बात के बीच में एक सवाल पूछना चाह रहा हूँ. I think you said something very interesting here. अगर आपको मैं कहूँ कि आप मुझे एक परसेंटेज बताएं कि कितने लोग चेंज करते हैं because they have to change और कितने लोग चेंज करते हैं because they want to change, what would your assessment be?
मैं आपको सिंपल कहती हूँ, आप सिंपल मैथ्स कर लें. Being a HR profession, I have had interview with 3 or 4 major new startups in the past 3-4 months, all of them who are either in seed money or Series A funding. All of them, if you go on their website, clearly states their culture, their mission, vision, and values. You pick up any historic company, even Samsung's Group, या ज़मीन की example ले लेते, very relevant, and you go on their website, you will not find their vision, mission, values, behaviors, and culture. But Telenor, you will, even 10 years ago. So it is there because when they are evaluated externally, that is something where they are scored. It is a scorecard. So चाहे मैं agree करूं या ना करूं, I will stick to my original point. Culture is always there. It is formal, informal, communicated, not communicated. That is a separate discussion. Culture किसी जगह से भी start होता है, आपके घर का भी एक culture होता है, आपके school का एक culture होता है, आपकी classroom का एक culture होता है. Culture is a social construct. It is very normal. It is a result of human interaction. Culture is always there. But mindset change is in terms of acknowledgement. Second part I will feel is in terms of when we say there are too many options in the industry now, HR goes and have discussion in terms of breadth of good talent. As Mariam keeps on saying, good talent, good talent, good talent, right? When you're trying to attract talent, now you have to understand, जब आपने लोगों को लेके जाना है, now people, you have changed in terms of the generation of people you are hiring. Now, a lot of people who are millennials, the newer generation, they want to know मैं किसके लिए काम कर रहा हूँ, मैं क्यों काम कर रहा हूँ. So organizations are questioned by people. People like me used to go for interviews. We never asked about organization का culture क्या है, right? We used to say पैसे कितने हैं, terminal benefits कितने हैं, line manager क्या है, काम क्या है, career progression क्या है. अब बच्चे पूछते हैं culture क्या है. What is expected of me? How is my work related to the overall objective of the departmental unit? What is my growth? What is my career path, right? So your target audience or people who are presently and in future part of your workforce, they are forcing us to think and talk about culture. दूसरा part आ जाता है आपका technology. When we talk about technology and we say how it has affected culture, I think the biggest answer to that is technology has changed us into 2 ways. The first is right now what you have is called what we call new media. So the concept being media is global and media is interactive, where we are not a passive audience. we are interactive. We have a voice, and we can change and shape opinion. So whether it's blogs, hashtag movements, whatever, as opposed to जो PTV ने 25 साल पहले बता दिया वो ये सच, right? When we talk about technology, the exposure in terms of what is good, what is bad, what is happening at Google. Everyone you talk to, any new technology, every person I interact with, हर बंदे को Google बनना है, right? लेकिन Google वाली चीजें नहीं देनी. I think Mariam will very closely relate to that pain point. Google सबने बनना है. Google जब बना था, तब Google नहीं था. तब साइकिलें नहीं थी अपनी ग्रोसरी करने के लिए, तब वॉशिंग मशीन नहीं थी. टाइम लगा, ग्रोथ लगी है. But the mindset was there that we have to get there. That is where the difference is. Technology mein, you know, employees know, they aspire and they want to work in those kind of organization. पहले आप PPC के अंदर नहीं घुस सकते जब तक आपके पास कार्ड नहीं है. You don't know the culture. You don't know कि कंपनी का खाना जो सर्व होता है वो किस तरह है, वो per person 2 बोटियां हैं या if it is a buffet. These things were hidden. It is only in smaller communities. Now everyone knows what is the best culture. Second part आपकी ये आ जाती है technology. You are forced to use mediums of communication and interaction, which is basically forcing HR and the company owners and the senior stakeholder to rethink how we communicate, and we think again business cost. For instance, in British Council, because UK is so expensive, when we took rental space for our offices, the ratio was 1:3.5 employees in terms of hotspots. So aapki flexible working, you come to the office, you work from home, because the cost impact for a single office workstation in UK, London, is very expensive. It's a cost issue. The initiator originally again for business was a cost, but we learned, and that is something we leveraged on. One thing that actually pushed this concept or fast-tracked it was again external, that being COVID. So for instance, when COVID come, you will see organization attempting to change. So for instance, with us, with a sales force of 3,000 people, everyone in the office, every meeting has to be face-to-face. We were having Zoom meetings. There were people who have been with the organization for some time, and they were technological dinosaurs. They had discussions, Zoom कैसे इस्तेमाल करना है, link कैसे करना है, ये चीज कैसे भेजनी है. There were issues with some people who were not technological savvy. शुरू के अंदर वो बात कर रहे हैं और CEO बात कर रहे हैं और उसके अंदर वो अपनी pictures भेजती गलती से. So, but then as the group, you have to be okay with the fact, because you understand that this is something new. At the same time, okay, fine. Now, when I am talking about people, okay, alienation aa gayi hai. So we had discussions in terms of how line managers can keep their sales force engaged. So that were regular check-ins. That was not just from the point of view is कि काम क्या किया है, ये अभी तक क्यों नहीं हुआ, ये काम अभी तक close नहीं हुआ. Those conversations were more around how was your day. Have your videos on, have face-to-face conversation. You can at least look on the facial expression. Virtually celebrate little successes. So I remember during pandemic, our CEO had a Zoom meeting, and there were some people in the office, and basically they were all sitting in their rooms, and voice coming everywhere and people clapping because we were celebrating our acquisition of OLX at that point in time. However, what I'm trying to say is that even that, how to interact with the audience, create that hype, create that buy-in from the audience. One-to-one is very different. Digital is a different skill set. So HR should be involved in terms of the bottom line of the business, kaam ho raha hai, kya nahi ho raha, what is the system of checks and balances. Yes, you need to give power to the people, you need to believe in people, but however, aap jo policies bana rahe hain, procedures bana rahe hain, they should give freedom with responsibility and accountability. HR should have a system of checks and balances when you roll out something new to make sure it's not being abused. So those things, whatever policies, procedure, SOPs you make should be that. Second aspect of that will be technology, how technology is facilitating you. So for instance, if somebody has to mark attendance, so can we go for an online attendance option in the system? So for instance, in our case, work from home was added in 2 days as a form of leave. So every morning, people will mark their attendance. When I talk about check and balance, एक हफ्ते बाद पता चला लोग शाम के 5 बजे attendance mark कर रहे हैं. So then we further refined it, where the time of application of leave report was generated, and every single day those reports were shared with the line manager, because during the transition phase, people need to know that there's a system of checks and balances. They need to use this policy, however, not abuse it, that kind of thing. So I think technology plus COVID helped transition of the culture greatly. आपकी Zoom calls are new. आप आज से 2 साल पहले किसी को कहें कि ऑनलाइन एक क्रिटिकल पोजीशन का इंटरव्यू कर दे, लाइन मैनेजर मानेगा ही नहीं, हो ही नहीं सकता. सामने जब तक बैठ के बंदा नहीं बताएगा कि मैंने क्या किया है, मुझे तसल्ली नहीं होनी, मैंने कोई 6 लाख की रिसोर्स लानी है, मिलना जरूरी है, आपको नहीं पता, right? That mindset has changed. You are having a concept of remote working. In Zameen, after our COVID pandemic, after 6 months, we did an analysis, and we found during pandemic, people were actually more productive, because it's taking out all the time from commute, those cooler breaks and all that. People were more productive. Then HR has to quantify. We can't just say ye culture acha hai. We have to quantify and show business impact. We have to make those connections. So HR will be involved there. So I think a pandemic is something which has, in my books, fast forwarded the inevitable. It was always
Iska, I
supposed to
think
happen.
there was a very interesting poll going around on LinkedIn. I don't remember थोड़ी देर पहले था कि who has been most responsible for transforming the culture of your organization. तो वो एक option थी आपका transformation, chief transformation officer, एक option था आपका COVID, and like 99% people had actually selected COVID as the option.
I
Because
agree,
I think
that
it
is
has
what it is.
push किया उसने. Unfortunately or fortunately, it's just pushed people to think. I remember I've heard so many conversations from friends of mine whose parents were, for example, business owners या very senior members of organizations जो बहुत high level पे perform करते हैं, और कोविड के दौरान उनसे वो पूछते हैं कि अच्छा मुझे बताओ मैं ये जूम कॉल करनी है, जूम कॉल में मेरी बिल्ली की तस्वीर लग गई है, how do I change this? So there's so much learning that has to go on for everyone. It was good to see. अब moving back to मरियम, अगर आप मुझे बता सकती हो कि what is culture building involved today? If you could share some intangibles, if you could share some more tangible examples also, and एक और point पे मैं आपसे request करूँगा touch करना. वजीहा mentioned कि सब Google बनना चाहते हैं लेकिन सब Google बन नहीं सकते, और इसमें एक percentage उन लोगों की भी है जो कि बातें बहुत बड़ी करते हैं about culture, but then do not have either the resources or do not want to put in the resources to back those things up. And I'm sure a lot of HR people would be listening and saying कि यार मैं तो ये 1000 बार करना चाहूँगी या करना चाहूँगा लेकिन मेरे बॉस मुझे सपोर्ट नहीं करते, मैं क्या करूँ? So what should they do? If you can also include a bit of that in your answer.
So if let's start from the tangible and intangible that are important for like building the culture. I think Wajiha has beautifully explained that what are the things, that what is culture and why is culture important, and what are the elements that we need to look for in the culture. So, and as I previously said, culture जो है वो तो mandatory है. आप उसको नहीं, अगर culture पे focus नहीं करेंगे, so you will, culture सब चीजों से link करता है. It is linked with your employer branding, it is linked with employee retention, it is linked with employee engagement. So इन सब चीजों के लिए culture is extremely important. अब culture में कुछ ऐसी changes हैं which I feel like कि and if you talk about startups specifically, so startups they are adapting these changes, but traditional companies के अंदर अभी भी शायद I think ये चीजों पर ज़्यादा focus नहीं किया जा रहा है. If we talk about tangible things, I think performance evaluations में this one for all approach, I think this is an old school thought. अब ये नहीं होना चाहिए, because this is just going to demotivate employees or no. अगर एक पूरी टीम के अंदर एक बंदे ने ज्यादा काम किया है और दूसरे बंदे ने कम काम किया है, and you're giving the same kind of improvement to everyone, I don't think so this gonna be any motivation to anyone. भले उसमें 50,000 किसी के बढ़ा दें, पर if the other person knows कि उसने कुछ भी काम नहीं किया, मैंने ज्यादा काम किया है, तो वो अप्रोच ट्रेडिशनल कंपनीज में अनफॉर्चुनेटली अभी भी अप्रोच है कि वो एक ही सर्टन जो है एक परसेंटेज डिफाइन की जाती है, एंड एवरीबॉडी इज गेटिंग. सो आई थिंक ये एक टैंजिबल थिंग्स में एक ये चीज है जो बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए. दूसरा, आई बिलीव कि जितने भी बेनिफिट्स हैं, भले वो मेडिकल हो, भले वो जिम अलाउंसेस हो, सब चीजें हैं, these all these systems should be fairly designed, should be fairly execute as well for the people. क्योंकि इसमें कहीं पर भी अनफेयरनेस होगी तो लोग इसको फौरन से कैच कर लेंगे, एंड देन दे विल, भले उसमें कितना भी कितनी अच्छी सैलरीज वहाँ मिल रही हो, कितने ज्यादा बेनिफिट्स वहाँ दिए जा रहे हैं, दे विल इवेंचुअली मेक देयर माइंड टू देयर दैट आई विल लीव द कंपनी. वो बस अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी का वेट कर रहे होंगे एंड दे विल लीव व्हेनेवर दे गेट. सो तीसरी चीज ये है कि सैलरी स्लैब्स जो होते हैं, दैट शुड बी मार्केट कंपैटिबल. लास्ट ईयर a lot of people got laid off, and बहुत सारी companies ने इसको as a benefit use किया है, because they are hiring the talent less by like giving them less than what they are deserved. So ये चीज आई थिंक ये ना ही एथिकली ठीक है, ना ये आपको लॉन्ग टर्म में फायदा पहुंचाएगी, क्योंकि दैट everybody knows their worth. Like I know my worth, you know your worth, Vijaya knows her worth. अभी हो सकता है किसी सर्टेन सिचुएशन की वजह से हम ये कोई भी ये बंदा ये ऑफर एक्सेप्ट कर लें, बट व्हेनेवर दे गेट अ बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी दे विल. सो उस ये कहें कि बैड सर्कमस्टेंसेस को एक अपॉर्चुनिटी की तरह यूज करना, एंड स्टिल द कंपनीज आर डूइंग दिस, बिकॉज वो इफेक्ट अभी तक चला आ रहा है. एंड बहुत सारी जगहों पे बहुत सारे लोग जो हैं वो टॉक्सिक कल्चर में होते हैं, दे वांट टू लीव द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एंड बहुत सारी कंपनीज इस चीज को एज अ बेनिफिट यूज करके उन्हें उनकी वर्थ से ज्यादा कम पैसे में लेकर आती है. तो आपकी सैलरी स्लैब जो है दैट शुड बी मार्केट कंपैटिटिव. यू शुड रिव्यू द सैलरी ब्रैकेट्स आफ्टर 6 months to make sure कि जो भी आप सैलरी ऑफर कर रहे हैं, जो बेनिफिट्स आप ऑफर कर रहे हैं, तो वो सारे मार्केट कंपैटिटिव हैं. तो टेंजिबल थिंग्स में मैं इसको पूरा समराइज करके बोलूंगी कि जो सिस्टम्स, जो प्रोसेसेस, जो भी आपने डिजाइन किए हैं, लीडरशिप एंड एचआर नीड टू मेक श्योर कि वो सब फेयरली डिजाइन है एंड फेयरली एग्जीक्यूट किए जा रहे हैं. यहाँ पे एचआर का ये काम है कि वो मेक श्योर करे कि हर एम्प्लॉय के लिए फेयरली हो रही है, और अगर नहीं हो रही है तो देन देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम, और वो उसको हाईलाइट करेंगे लीडरशिप को. इंटेंजिबल में आई थिंक बहुत सारी कंपनीज जो हैं वो काफी एक्टिविटीज कराती हैं, रिट्रीट्स पे लेके जाती है, पिकनिक्स पे, तो आई वोंट काउंट इन. आई मीन ये तो हो ही रहा है. मैं बात करूंगी उन चीजों की जो कि कंपनीज इन पे इतना फोकस नहीं करती हैं, जिसमें फिर अगेन मैं वही चीज कहूंगी कि आपने एक कल्चर बनाया हुआ है. द कल्चर ऑफ फीडबैक इज एक्सट्रीमली इम्पोर्टेंट. ओपन फीडबैक का कल्चर जहाँ पे everybody can give feedback to anyone in the company. They don't have to hesitate. They don't feel weird कि अगर ये feedback जाके मैं मैनेजर को दूंगी, feedback जाके मैं अपने बॉस को दूंगी, तो वो इस बात का बुरा मान जाएंगे एंड वो फिर इसको मेरे लिए मुझ पे ही काउंटर हो जाएगी ये चीज और मेरे अगेंस्ट चूज करेंगे. ये वाला कल्चर नहीं होना चाहिए. जब तक हम इस चीज को HR should need to make sure कि ये चीज यहाँ पर इस तरह से ऐसे प्रैक्टिस ना हो रही है. जो हमारी डेली प्रैक्टिसेस हैं, जिसमें एक मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये भी हो गई कि हम कितनी ओनरशिप देते हैं टास्क के ऊपर सारी टीम मेंबर्स, from the मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग एंड टू द टॉप ऑफ द लीडरशिप, कितने लोग इन्वॉल्व हैं सिस्टम्स के अंदर. सो आई थिंक ये सारी इंटेंजिबल थिंग्स देखिए तो बहुत सारी हैं. अगर आप एक्टिविटीज पर आए, सो एवरीबडी इज डूइंग दैट. आई वोंट, दैट्स व्हाई आई डिडंट काउंट इट. तो वो सब कर रहे हैं कि हाँ ठीक है हम फन एक्टिविटीज करा लें, आप एक प्लेटफॉर्म क्रिएट कर लें. एक चीज ये हो सकती है कि जस्ट ट्राई टू मेक वर्क एज मच फन एज यू कैन. क्योंकि काम करते वक्त अगर वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस नहीं है और लोग जो है वो चीज को खुश नहीं है, जस्ट टू मेक श्योर कि लोग जो हैं वो जब आई थिंक जब आप वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहे हैं, स्पेशली इन दिस कोविड टाइम्स, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू मेक श्योर दैट लोग प्रोडक्टिव हैं, लेकिन एज वेल एज लाइक बीइंग प्रोडक्टिव, द वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस शुड बी बैलेंस्ड एज वेल, कि वो पूरे दिन तो काम नहीं कर रहे. तो ये एचआर को ये सब चीजें भी मेक श्योर करनी चाहिए, लाइक इन टर्म्स ऑफ ऑल द इंटेंजिबल थिंग्स इन like in building a good culture, and that is a new focus these days. And traditional companies को I think इस जगह पे थोड़ा सा नुकसान है, because now the people who are working in traditional companies, they are looking at startups and they're looking at people who are working in startups and they feel like यार इनके पास तो challenging काम है, they are getting the salaries as we are getting, and they actually enjoy their work. In traditional companies they don't have this thought that how to enjoy work. They feel like काम सिर्फ पैसे कमाने के लिए किया जाता है. आपने काम किया, पैसे कमाए, और 27 तारीख को अपना बैंक अकाउंट देखा, पैसा आ गया, बस ठीक है. But now when they see that people are really enjoying, they're posting on LinkedIn that how happy they are with their companies, with their employer, तो वहाँ पर talent management is a challenge. I think that is वहाँ पर culture build करना is it's a new challenge, because वहाँ की talent management अब खराब होती जाएगी, because people are now, I've met a lot of people who have reached out to me and they want to leave the corporate companies and they want to join the startups. So ये startups को तो यहाँ benefits है, but for all the traditional companies who are been practicing the old school all the old school thought, all the old processes, and they don't they really focus on the लाइक क्रिएटिंग अ गुड कल्चर, और जितनी भी कल्चर वाली बातें हैं उससे बुक्स की हद तक हैं, सो उनको आगे जाके बहुत प्रॉब्लम आने वाली है इन द टैलेंट मैनेजमेंट, बिकॉज दे वोंट हैव द इम्पोर्टेंस। फिर आपका दूसरा सवाल था, आप कुछ ऐड करना चाहेंगे सलमान? आई सॉ यू अनम्यूट।
मैं यही पूछने वाला था, मैं उसी सवाल के ऊपर जाने वाला था कि वो लोग क्या करें जो बेचारे फंसे हुए हैं, जो कहते हैं यार मेरा
जी
बॉस
जी।
नहीं मेरी सुनता, मैं
सो
मजबूर हूँ, आई
आई
डोंट हैव एन ऑप्शन।
Yeah, so I believe this question is more relevant to smaller companies, because बड़ी companies में तो पहले से ही साल में सारे budgeting allocate कर देते हैं training के लिए, HR के लिए. So this is more relevant to the startups and for the companies who have a like smaller department of HR. And this is a situation I think everyone like for the HR professional everyone of has have faced, and खुद मैंने भी इसमें face किया, और इसका solution ये कोई solution नहीं, ठीक है? इसका सिर्फ एक सोल्यूशन है, वो आई थिंक ये हो सकता है क्योंकि मैंने जो मैं बहुत चीज शेयर कर सकती हूँ व्हिच आई हैव प्रैक्टिस एंड आई थिंक इट वर्क फॉर मी। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वी HR प्रोफेशनल्स वी डोंट टॉक इन नंबर्स, and finance people who are the people who are the approvers for budget, they talk in numbers. So हम अगर ये बात करेंगे कि हमने ये एक्टिविटी कराई है, इससे लोग खुश हो गए, लोग बड़े हैप्पी हैं, लोग बहुत एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, they don't see it, they're like हाँ ठीक है, पर इसका फायदा क्या होगा? So what I have tried, and I think if other people can try, they can somehow benefit to people, is to you know start that employee engagement surveys. उससे क्या होता है कि यू विल गेट द नंबर दैट आपने एक एक्टिविटी कराई लास्ट, लेट्स से कि हमने लास्ट मंथ एक एक्टिविटी करवाई, उसके बाद आपने एम्प्लॉय एंगेजमेंट सर्वे भेजा लोगों को, एंड देन पीपल विल फिल आउट द इंफॉर्मेशन। द सर्वेज यूजुअली हैव अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, सो पीपल विल फिल आउट द सर्वेज एंड अ लॉट ऑफ टूल्स आर देयर इन द मार्केट दैट कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर दिस। एंड वो जो सर्वेज हैं वो आपको परसेंटेजेस दे देते हैं दैट कि इस एक्टिविटी इसके बाद लोग कितने खुश हुए, उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी कितनी इंक्रीज हुई, और वो सब सारी चीज आपके पास आ जाती हैं। तो व्हाट यू कैन डू व्हेन यू मेक योर प्रपोजल फॉर द नेक्स्ट एक्टिविटी, you can share those things, you can share the entire figure कि हमने ये एक्टिविटी कराई थी, इससे ये एम्प्लॉय की ये एंगेजमेंट लेवल इंक्रीज हुआ, ये प्रोडक्टिविटी इंक्रीज हुई, इससे ओवरऑल प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी हमें ये फायदा हुआ, एंड देन यू कैन शो दिस टू फाइनेंस। आई बिलीव कि इस चीज से, because since they have numbers, they can see the clear result, they will support you more in the funding. Also, I will tell a hack as well, because everybody was not going to get the tool. Google Docs इसके लिए बड़े useful होते हैं। आप Google Doc अगर आप कोई tool use नहीं कर रहे, you can just add 2-3 questions in the Google Doc, वो आपको उसमें आप उसमें जाएंगे तो graphical representation है, it can show you the all पूरे graph आपको दिखा सकते हैं। You can use the information from that, you can just make it simple and show it to finance people. I answered this question like keeping the employee point of view in mind, but I really want to also say something to the employers कि if you really want to have the best culture, as Wajiha said, कि Google बनना चाहते हैं, then you really have to spend on HR. Like HR is the heart of any organization, and if it stops pumping, the whole organization will collapse. So आप अगर आप उसमें funding नहीं provide कर रहे, and then you want to have the best people in the company, and then you want HR to retain the people, we can't do it. The HR people cannot do it. You have to spend on the right department, and then give them the liberty to use that thing. उनको आप इतनी autonomy दें कि आप वो अपने उससे फंड्स से एक्टिविटीज करवा सकें, जो कि राइट जितनी भी राइट उनको लगती है चीजें करने के लिए, वो उसके लिए कर सकें, and then you see there will be a difference. So without giving the right amount of funding to any department, especially HR, क्योंकि HR लोगों को सबसे ज्यादा उसको वो डिपार्टमेंट समझा जाता है जिसमें खर्चा किया जाता है, जो कुछ कमा के नहीं दे रहा हो। ये बहुत ही नॉर्मल बात है जो कंपनीज में की जाती है। So I think अगर आप उसमें नहीं करेंगे, so आपका जो फ्यूचर है वो थोड़ा सा रिस्क पर है, क्योंकि people are the asset of the company. If you're not spending on people, then I don't know where are
They're
you
not going to
spending.
stay. So I think I remember a conversation I was having with Wajiha where she mentioned के, and I completely agree with her, HR में जो लोग आगे जाते हैं ना, eventually वो वही लोग होते हैं who understand not just the impact in terms of percentages and perception, but can also create a monetary value or a monetary problem and show it to the employer कि यार ठीक है 27% of your people are dissatisfied. उसने वो नंबर देखना, उसने कह रहा तो क्या मुझे फर्क पड़ता है जिंदगी में। If you can relate that to कि यार आपके इतने बंदे भागेंगे, आपका financial loss इतना होगा, तो फिर then people who are, I mean, for example, I'm an accountant, I'm a chartered accountant by profession. मुझे अगर आप numbers और values दिखाएंगे तो फिर then I'll start thinking कि यार maybe this is something to think about.
So that's why I said that please link up with the profitability of the company. कि अगर क्योंकि एक employee के जाने से, so losing your one talented employee is more cost you more than hiring the new.
Absolutely, I think that's a very very good point. So जो लोग सुन रहे हैं जिनका ये मसला है, प्लीज गूगल डॉक खोलें और कुछ ना कुछ नंबर्स बनाना शुरू करें ताकि आप प्रेजेंट कर सकें फाइनेंस को. अच्छा, we were supposed to give 15 minutes to the Q&A, but I think I'm enjoying asking these questions too much, so I'm going to cut that down a little bit. I hope my team doesn't have a problem with it. वजीहा, अगला सवाल मेरा आपसे ये है कि आजकल कल्चर बिल्डिंग में आई थिंक we've already touched up upon one कि एम्प्लॉयर सपोर्ट नहीं करते, और क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं कल्चर बिल्ड करने में, बोथ इन सॉर्ट ऑफ स्मॉलर एंड लार्ज ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, और उनकी पोटेंशियल सॉल्यूशंस क्या हैं? अगर आप एक दो का भी बता दें बेशक.
I think the biggest problem will be, the concept of process owner, and it will even be a startup and a traditional organization, apart from global organization. So basically, if HR is the process owner for, let's say, because culture basically means it needs to be fair, it needs to be transparent, and it needs to be same for everyone, right? So if HR is not giving an exception to a policy, startup ho ya koi local state organization ho, I am somebody who is bringing in a lot of revenue. So ठीक है, मैं CEO के पास जाके head of sales से approval ले लेता हूँ, and then HR will be pressured to go with it, right? So at that moment, the moment they created the biasness, the exception, the message you are saying is your unacceptable behavior is acceptable as long as you're bringing in revenue. The culture should be saying that there is a minimum requirement of behavior as per our values, regardless of your grade and your contribution to the company. And the best example for that will be British Council. In terms of our probation used to be on behaviors only. If you don't know anything, I've hired you, I can teach you if you're willing to learn. In terms of separation for the company, those separation in my 6 years with British Council, which were with immediate effect, were around behaviors. In terms of our performance management, as Mariam said, there should be a system. We had very clear policy that you can be a top performer. However, if you do not exhibit the culture that are required, you will not be given a higher rating. Because जो मैं अपनी trainings में हमेशा example देती हूँ, if somebody asks for a phone, you can give it with a smile and you can throw it at the person. The end result is the same. You are getting your pen, right? The difference when you put in behavior is एक ने आपके मुंह पे मारा और एक ने आपको smile से दी.
शायद एक
So
बंदे
the
का दांत
receiving
टूटा
end,
हुआ at the end of it, but हाँ, result is the same.
exactly. So that is what culture is, right? So it is important, consistent messaging, and consistent messaging from HR perspective is बंदा छोड़ के चला जाएगा, business बंद हो जाएगा, client भाग जाएगा, टीम उड़ जाएगी, मेरा ये प्रोजेक्ट खत्म नहीं होगा, ये सारे मसले I am sure Mariam can smile and agree. She listens to them every single day. आप exception कर दे तो क्या हुआ? So when you start with the तो क्या हुआ culture, no matter how well intended you are, you need to make sure you stick to your gun and you make those challenging decisions so people understand that this is a zero tolerance policy and this is what you strongly believe in. If that consistent messaging is not there, आप survey करा
I think वजीहा एन अपनी बात के point पे drop out हो गई हैं. And I think
So
she was really about to bring the point together. But that was
I
very
think
very well said, yeah.
Yeah, I think what she wanted to say is कि जो policies हम बना रहे हैं, we need to make sure that it's not even rightly placed but rightly followed as because ये बिल्कुल उन्होंने सही कहा कि और especially in startups where people know if they have budgets, people will like कि यार ये छोटी सी क्या हो गया अगर ये इतना भी हो जाएगा तो company is spending a lot और हम पे भी spend करने क्या हो जाएगा, but this is very important. I think she is a very good point.
And इसमें I think there's another thing about behaviors because cultural mismatch hona is not necessarily the worst thing unless it starts becoming toxic. Like for example, you are Sadapay is creating this culture of sort of extroverts and people who are excited about what they do, people who are good at like branding themselves as Sadapay ke log. But जब बात आती है एक कोई मुझे लगता है वजीहा का लैपटॉप मर गया है, बट जब बात आती है किसी लाइक बिहेवियर चीज की तो वहां पे कंप्लीटली नो टॉलरेंस पॉलिसी होनी चाहिए जिस तरह वजीहा ने मेंशन किया था, बट इट्स टफ that's the toughest thing I think to implement, probably even tougher than putting money into HR, because at that point I've
I
seen a
don't
lot of
agree. I don't
really.
agree. See, yes, see, the thing is, I was a very junior person in British Council in terms of hierarchy. If it is a matter of policy, I could go to the country director and say, I'm not approving this leave.
Yeah.
And I was actually appreciated, not reprimanded. It's a mindset.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a mindset. It's all about the mindset. If you want to do something, again, life, even when we were kids, and yes, I'm not a millennium, I'm an older generation, but I remember we were raised with the value, if you put your mind to something, you can always achieve it as long as you're consistent with it.
Yeah.
If you make an example out of one or two people at the very start, okay, that is the culture you are building. You have to give a message. If you don't give a message, so that is why interactions or townhouse meeting, open and transparent communication is so important. आप एक बंदा निकालेंगे ना जो कि आपका एक heavy hitter है, जो 5 दिन में वो जरासीम है ना, वो अगर अपने आप को बदलते भी नहीं है ना, they at least will control those impulses. To put it like really bluntly out there, people are gonna understand that there are real-time repercussions. This saal ke aakhir mein, when you're talking about performance management, everyone is at their best behavior because they really want to do ye bhi kar lo, ye bhi kar lo, ye bhi kar lo, because there is a reward or a punishment attached. It's the same thing. If a company gives a message that we are tolerant, then people are gonna try to see if they can push those boundaries further. If you say zero is a zero tolerant, it is a curfew, and even the CEO says, "Nahi ji, HR ne kah diya to keh diya, HR ne kaha nahi to nahi," no matter what, right? If you make an example out of one or two examples, for instance, in Zameen, within my 2-period tenure, I still remember if somebody goes in, Zishan Saab or Imran Saab will say, I will have a discussion with Vijaya or I'll have a discussion with HR, then we will come back to me, right? But HR apparently also needs to be smart enough to understand that policies are not black and white, there is a gray area. Sometimes we also need to, depending on the severity of the situation, the way we have those conversations, sometimes you just have to send a message without a very, very strong, reaction to it. Because we want to reinforce a culture. We are not policemen. That is the terminology or the perception of HR that I hate when we talk about policy. I'm not a policeman. My job is to facilitate both the employer and the employee, right? However, I am like a gatekeeper. Right? So if there is a critical business need, so let's say my policy says a job has to go through 5 steps, but I know not filling this position means we will lose $2 million, right? So, okay, fine. Can I reduce it to 2 steps, still ensuring that the, integrity of the process is intact? Right? It is the intention is not to play around with the process because I want to give favor. The intention of the process is that the integrity is intact. It is facilitation of the business. Then from the employee side, there is buy-in also. Because they know you facilitate, your mindset is not saying no. Your mindset is let's work it out. So I think HR needs to change in that mindset. Traditional HR is policy is black and white. It's yes and no. It's the same thing. So HR needs to change a little bit. Management needs to be consistent and support HR a little bit.
Yeah.
And then employee will learn and evolve with us.
And I'm glad to see, I think it's at least personal networks ke through or jitni aapko industry ki visibility nazar aati hai, I have at least seen a trend of this department. I'm not even going to call it HR anymore. I'm going to call it sort of people building. This function has started becoming much more empowered now. People have started to realize the importance of it, not just to sort of culture and behavior, but also to operations, results, finances. So वो बड़ा अच्छा है, it's very refreshing to see that change. Guys, I really regret to say this, but we're out of time. हमारे पास सवालों के भी टाइम नहीं बचे. I'm going to just leave both of you with just 1 second. If you guys can just very quickly sort of share if you have any advice for any HR members out there जो कि देख रहे होंगे, how should they sort of change things? अगर आप बता सकते हैं. Maryam, I'll start with you if you can sort of be very quick, please.
Yeah, so I would just say two things quickly. I think now the HR should in the I'm talking about the startups, like the companies जो अभी HR के functions रख रही हैं या फिर जो अभी 2-3 साल हो चुके हैं. I think you should just change your approach and become a more like not a like traditional HR department, but to be a strategic business partner to the company. Because अपनी policies को internal जितने भी company की policies होती हैं, processes होते हैं, if you want to have the best and more fair like the best system and the fair system possible, for that it's very important to be in touch with the leadership and discuss that to make sure that what's the business is going to be about and उनकी अपनी डायरेक्शन क्या है वो सब चीजें जानना बहुत जरूरी है. एचआर के लोगों को सिर्फ ये बहुत सारे ऐसे एचआर होते हैं जिनको बिल्कुल नहीं पता होता कि what's happening in the business side, what's happening in the operations side. So that is very important to be aligned with that. So be more in a business strategic business partner. The second thing I would quickly just wrap up. I think HR is not just a job; it's a big responsibility. I remember I was having a conversation with someone, and the person asked me that what is the definition of HR, and I just said this हमारी proper होती है like acquiring people and developing further. So he said no, this is not a definition of HR. HR creates opportunities and they take care of people so that they can take care of their families. So HR की responsibility बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. The kind of culture you are creating, it's not impacting just the organization, is impacting a lot of people, and वो उस impact के साथ अपने घर जाते हैं. So you know there's a big population जिसको आपके बनाए हुए functions, आपकी बनाए हुए processes जो हैं वो सब impact हुए. So you should be make sure कि आप जिस तरह की भी चीजें create कर रहे हैं company में वो लोगों के लिए आसानियां पैदा करें and लोगों के लिए एक अच्छा ऐसा culture हो कि वो बहुत खुश अपने घर जाएं so that they can be happy with their families. So that's it. Thank you.
Vajiha, any last comments
Okay.
on this?
Yes, I just build on what Mariam said, and on a different tangent, I will say first thing, I think HR should give up on the notion of best market practice. There is no such thing as best market practice. It is what is the best practice for your unique needs. If Samsung is not Google, I do not need a washing machine because घर में 2000 में माई मिल जाती है, right? So my population needs are very different, right?
Yeah.
So HR itself needs to get out of this idea of the best market practice and start pitching it, because आप Mercedes Benz के अगर पहिए अपनी FX में लगा देंगे तो महंगे भी आए हैं, बहुत अच्छे आए हैं, लेकिन गाड़ी को हाथ फायदा नहीं हुआ. So that being said one thing. Secondly, I think we should start getting more creative and inclusive in terms of reception of ideas. So for instance, given the fact that right now you have different generations in the workplace, so a kid who is 23-year-old, not married, they don't care about maternity benefits or hospitalization benefits, right? They care about money in their pocket, maybe for a gym. And I do understand HR is restrained in terms of amount of the kitty they have to come up with those benefits. So be creative, be experimental to come up with a benefit structure जिसके अंदर you can cater to Gen Z, you can cater to Gen Y, you can cater to millennials. So अगर किसी ने terminal benefits लेने हैं, उनकी family है, they want hospitalization, they can cater for that. अगर एक young kid है और उसके अब्बू जान ने उसको गाड़ी ले दी और उसको गाड़ी नहीं चाहिए, गाड़ी का allowance चाहिए, उसको आप वो दे दें. उसने जिम के पैसे लेने हैं. So it is your same money, but spend it where it makes most sense or adds most value. Or again, don't do what everyone is doing. Do a little bit of a cost benefit analysis. क्योंकि हर company ने 8,000 जिम के महीने के देने हैं, तो मैंने भी देने हैं. In my books, it will be most economical in terms of cost effectiveness to build a gym, because बंदा जिसमें Telenor के अंदर you can just go and do the gym during the entire day, which saves you time also, because time is money. तो वो 8,000 आप मुफ्त में दे रहे हैं और आपने मैंडेटरी कर दिया जिम की मेंबरशिप. कंपनी को तो पैसे लग रहे हैं, but if I leave work at 7, I just don't really have the time and energy to go to a gym. So technically, in terms of making a connection with mental health, it is the same thing. Subscription लिए कभी इस्तेमाल नहीं की, वो साल के शुरू में 1 जनवरी को किया था, right? So be a little bit more creative rather than just saying ये कर रहा है मैं भी कर लेता हूँ, जो Telenor कर रहा है मैंने करना है, Pepsi कर रहा है मैंने करना है. Do as per first what kind of people you have, what are their demographic, what is that they want. Do, like Mariam said, do a survey, say okay fine, we have these 3 options, vote. If people vote for one option, just go with that option. Make it like that. Get approval on a budget. Don't decide for people. Make it more inclusive. When you make it more inclusive, it automatically leads to an open door policy. People do think they are included, they are heard. And I think that is the most important thing in any organization. मेरी को बात सुनने वाला है. Sometimes people just want somebody to listen. उनको भी पता है होना कुछ नहीं होता. And HR is a counselor. We just listen, right? That is a job. That is 50% of a job that we do. So I think HR also needs to change its mindset.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time, guys. This was probably one of my favorite sessions, not just that I've done, but that I've listened to. I hope we can continue this conversation at some point offline also, because I think there's still so much to say and so much to learn. But thank you so much for the time, guys. I let the team sort of take over in terms of how to handle this post, but thank you so much for the time, guys, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
And thank you, and apologize for joining late. Thank you so much.
Not at
Allah
all.
Hafiz.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much, both of
Allah
you.
Hafiz.
Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.